Hi, welcome to the Overtime Chatter, and I'm here to recap with you Love and Marriage Huntsville. Mm, mm, mm. So let's get started. We begin with an overview of last season, the intro. Y'all, why still? I don't even know why Mom still is still around. Ew. Okay, everybody talking about KeKe using her kid to steal stuff out of Home Depot allegedly. So anyway, we see Tiffany with her new baby when Mel comes over to visit. And Mel's the first person on the cast to see the baby for the first time. That's what Tiff tells her. So Tiff says, "What are you doing about our brand?" And Melanie like, "Huh?" She said, I know you saw that. They're running ad about about KeKe stealing. And Mel's like, I don't know. She said, what about our brand? What are we gonna do? I mean, how do we even associate ourselves with that? I mean, it was her. And Mel's like, I mean, we can't believe everything we saw. But we saw it on TV. We saw a picture of her. We saw her car in the parking lot. Tiffany was doing everything she could fucking do to make Mel want to engage and gossiping about KeKe. But Mel held her ground, and finally, when she said, innocent until proven guilty, I was hoping that would shut Tiffany ass up. So anyway, I'm married about the brain. So anyway, we see Melanie say in her confessional, if you're worried about associating with KeKe because of the shit you thinks that she in, don't fuck with her. Easy as that. 1 minute and 47 seconds, and I already started cussing. So anyway, she just keep going hard for KeKe, and Tiffany being judgmental as she should not. So Mel holds the baby, and the baby looking for milk for her, and she started laughing, say it ain't none. And then Tiffany said, I want to do a sip and see. I need to make an invitation. While she's there, she makes she's holding the baby, inviting everybody to make an invitation. Mel's doing the recording. It's one take. It's great. It's good. So we see Courtney. He's coming in black. He's going to black to see Mars. So because he didn't like the way Marcel talked to his wife about the event. So anyway, when he walked in there, he asked him how was the expo, and he tells him it was good. And Marcel said, "Okay, let's just stop fucking around. Let's just get to it." And he said, "You sweat my wife about $100. You didn't ask for no money before then. Why you stay in women business?" And Marcel said, "How I stay in women business, and that's all your business is? You fucking do hair products for a living." So anyway, he said, "I don't like how you came with my wife. So here goes some money. Tip the waitress. Here go your 100, and don't come fuck with us no more. And how come you always coming there women? You need to come off of that Marceau, cause that shit ain't cool." So anyway, they squash or whatever they're gonna squash and leave. And Marceau says that he shouldn't. Marceau shouldn't worry about him. He said don't worry about me. Your wife was in there taking up 8 spaces. And he said, so did the women get to talk to each other? He said no. I mean, not. So how you telling me, so the women ain't talking? He said no. He said, well, I think you owe me an apology. And Marcel said, no, I think your wife owe me an apology. And when she gives it to me, I will graciously accept it. So he pretty much tell him fuck him, and then he just leaves and tell him stay out of women's mess. So next thing we know, we see Kim goes to see Letitia. So she talking. I don't like Kimmi. Kimmi tried to be shady as fuck. Even though she gonna do her remission or whatever she is with her cane, so she done with it. She got a slick ass mouth. So she says she shades how small which Kimmi house is. I mean Letitia house is, and Letitia come to the door with looking like Mel with the what you call it, the orange juice and the champagne mimosas. And then she come to the door with the mimosas and she don't even give it to her. Then when they get to the kitchen, which is right next to the door, because the place they're moving in so damn small, and they know why they're moving again. They shouldn't just move to they moving this that great house that they have no expectations of when it's gonna be built, how much it costs, and none of that shit. So you already know. So Kimmy was being funny. You mean anything? It's little, but it's new, and anything new is nice. That's that type of shade. So, lots of draggery. Sometimes she could be mean. So anyway, they start talking about how they mad at how She didn't understand. She was glad that it's just her and Kimmi and Letitia together, because Letitia didn't understand how nasty Tiffany was, and she said she don't know what Tiffany do. And Kimmi said, like I said, smart as I know, if you paid me $1,000 a day, girl, I couldn't tell you right now what Tiffany do for a living. So anyway, she said, Letitia says, I ain't worrying about Tiffany. She don't have nothing to do with the comeback group. And she said that she was available, and if she was available, cool. I just didn't need her availability. So Kimmi was asking about, did she see KeKe on TV and that how all her cousins sent her the shit about KeKe stealing this and her. She hoped that's how she ain't back on no pills, and she thought there was $1,000 reward out for her. So Kimmi says, Maurice is not the type. So Kimmy with her smart ass again. I wish I could help KeKe, but Maurice ain't that type of lawyer. But hey, KeKe, we don't know what the fuck type of lawyer he is, because we don't see him doing no lawyering. So anyway, Tisha tells her she going to pray for her and asks, well, she going to go to Tiffany baby shower. So we next scene we see Marcel at home, and it's Chris coming over there because he's a realtor for this house, and they start fussing about booty covers there. Martel want him to take money off. Martel wants him to take off money, $100 off the rent or something for this month, because he got people coming in the house tracking and tracking. And what it is Martel is taking advantage of Chris. Chris said he was only supposed to be there for a short period of time. And Martel like, you ain't going, what you gonna do? You gonna kick me out with my keys and send us in the hotel, so you don't care about me and my keys, you just care about money. This motherfucker is a grown ass man who had lived in the house for 8 months, and I'm sure he didn't pay all he was supposed to pay to live there. He complaining about mud that high Christians provide booties, but you the one living in the house. And if you don't want nobody to fuck the floor up, then you should be the one putting the booties on. Martel just act like he's so entitled, and he just taking advantage of Chris. And then Chris kind of mad too, because he told Martel not to subpoena him for court, and Martel subpoenaed him and his wife anyway. So he just sick of fucking with him. So anyway, we see Kimmi and Maurice, and they riding bikes together. And I love her in that orange dress. And her confessional, she looks nice. So anyway, Kimmi tells Maurice about the luncheon, about the expo, and how half the people ain't paid and how they paid and some people didn't, and he feels some type of way about that. And Maurice said, she feel kind of the same way, and she says that she needs to go to the store because she needs to buy some yarny balls, because the other one she had fell in the toilet. And one of y'all, for all of those who don't know, yarny balls, they're like little balls that women put in their vaginas and squeeze it, make the muscle. They say they help the muscle. So, because the vagina is a muscle, and if you don't use it, it's going to get atrophy. And then it makes the wall of the uterus strong during sex. So, anyway, because as the women get older, our lining and our vagina get thinner and thinner till sex can become quite uncomfortable. So anyway, she's saying that, I wish I want to get back into the groove. And he said, I want you to too, and no faking. And she said, my libido is low, and I don't really know why, it's because it's medicine that they're giving me. And he's like, the medicine that they're giving you? What are you talking about? And he said, it sounds like that shit mental to me, and you need to get it together. And she's like, well, you're not helping the situation none. You're making me feel bad. I don't feel how I used to feel. I'm recovering from. And he was like, the shit, like I said, feel mental. What did the doctor say? You mean tell me you asked him all these questions, but you didn't ask him how long you was going to be feeling this way about the medication? And so she said, it's just not that. It's mental too. And she said, you being an asshole. And he said, maybe I'm being an asshole because I ain't getting no ass. So we get to Stormy Courtney in her warehouse, and he told her that he went to black and how it went. And he said, I pretty much told him don't mess with my wife. And Courtney says Marshall is just, he lame. Don't fuck with him, he lame. So she tells him about the fight that she had with Letitia. And Stormy says Letitia is picking up Marshall bad habits. So she said she wants to talk about KeKe, and she don't want to talk about KeKe. What she want to do is help KeKe. So anyway, next thing we know, Mel is with KeKe. She brings her gifts to bring her T-shirt, and KeKe says she was hospitalized for having back pain and how excruciating it is. And KeKe avoids that she don't talk about the police and she don't talk about the TV report. And Mel just says, "Fuck it, it's hot. It's a hot mess." You. She went that Mel says that the T-shirt that KeKe wear, it's she a hot mess or some shit. So Mel says, you on Crime Stoppers and shit. I don't want you knowing everybody talking about it, and everybody got problems, and especially Tiffany. She said no concern. She concerned about her brand being compromised. But the whole time Mel talking to uh the KeKe, it's like she not talking to her like them problems that Mel is telling her about that like they somebody else. Cause KeKe is talking about all this other, these all these other opportunities and stuff that she has. Like the police not looking for her. So anyway, tonight in about 20 minutes is when the next episode come on, and I think this the episode where KeKe throw the drink in the old girl first on the old girl face, but we about to see. So anyway, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I love that. So let me get back with you. Have a good one. Bye now.